quickly introduce. Good afternoon, participants. Welcome to the Engineers India Q2 FY23 earning call. From the management today, we have Mr. Sanjay Jindal, who is the Director Finance, Mr. Suendu Padi, Company Secretary and IR, Mr. R.P. Batra, Executive Director FNA and IR, Mr. Sunil Saxena, Executive Director Technical and IR, Mr. Amandeep Singh Chopra, General Manager CMD Office and IR, Mr. Vivek Midha, General Manager Marketing and IR, and Ms. Neha Nerula, Senior Manager Company Secretary in IR. Sir, I would request to give us some opening remarks, post which we will open the floor for a Q&A session.
Okay, sure. Good afternoon, everybody. We have declared our half-year ended result for the financial year 22-23 on 9th November 2022. With respect to financial performance for the half-year ended 30th September 2022, the company has registered turnover of rupees 1587 crore in comparison to 1383 crore for the last half year ended, with an increase of 15%. In the current quarter, the company has achieved turnover of rupees 346 crore in the consultancy and engineering segment and 436 crore in the turnkey business segment. There is increase in other income primarily due to dividend income earned by the company on the investment made in Numaligarh Refinery Limited and its subsidiary CIL. During the current quarter, the company has a profit before tax of 102 crore in comparison to 68 crore in the last quarter, which 170 crore for the current half year and 205 crore for the previous half year ended. With increase in profits, EPS has increased to rupees 1.51 per share for the current quarter in comparison to the 0.90 per share in the last quarter and rupees 2.41 per share for the current half year ended and rupees 2.67 per share for the last half year. Okay. Now you can start. Now you can question and answers.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. Participants, to ask a question, please press the hand raise feature and please unmute yourself once your name is announced and go ahead and ask the question. We will wait till the question queue assembles. Yeah, we have the first question from Mr. Sanket Kapoor. Please unmute and ask your question.
Yes, Mr. Kapoor.
You can hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear.
Namaskar, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. Sir, firstly, if you could mention what was the dividend from Numaligarh for the second quarter, how much we have received as dividend out of the 65 crore other income which we have booked for the quarter?
In this quarter, we have received dividend of 35 crore and Numaligarh Refinery have declared dividend of rupees 11. 6 rupees was interim for the current year and 5 rupees for the last final year. Final dividend of the last year. And total dividend is 35, out of which 3 crore pertains to CIL and balance 32 crore from Numaligarh Refinery Limited.
And if we take the... Yes,
and let me give you good news also. Yesterday, there was AGM in Numaligarh Refinery Limited and they have declared bonus of 1:1 share.
Okay. Sir, out of this total 93 crore which we have received for the first half, what would be attributable to Numaligarh then?
93?
Yeah, Numaligarh Refinery, we have received total 35 crore as a dividend. Mr. Jindal, Director Finance, told that we have received rupees 11 per share as a dividend. Out of that, 5 is the final dividend for last financial year and 6 is the current year financial year interim dividend. Yeah, we are having a 3.21 crore equity shares and multiply by 11, it works out to be around 35 crore.
So out of this 93 crore, 35 crore is from this Numaligarh refinery itself. And the balance part, sir?
Balance from the basically we are having the deposit of around 1100 crore. So we are earning interest on that. Majorly that part is contributed by the balance is contributed by the deposit interest rate plus certain foreign exchange variation is also there. Plus we have given certain extra space for the rent. That part also contributed to the other income. Majorly it's a dividend plus interest income.
And sir, what is the outlook for our Ramagunda fertilizer unit, sir? How is that performing? Because on a quarter-on-quarter basis, the share of profit and loss from the JV, we again posted a loss of 10 crore for this quarter.
Mr. Kapoor, actually, this plant was shut down in the month of September, and it was under schedule shutdown for the preventive maintenance. As in the fertilizer industry, there are schedule maintenance for the plant which could not be taken for a longer period. So it was finally decided to have shut down in the month of September. So practically there was no production in the month of September, and now the production has already started in the third quarter. So we are expecting a good profit in the third quarter.
And sir, taking into account post this shutdown, this was a planned maintenance shutdown.
This was planned shutdown.
Yes. So going ahead, what will be the efficiencies we are going to benefit from this shutdown, and how is the production going to shape up?
After shutdown, we are expecting 100% production at 100% capacity, and this plant is going to be dedicated to the nation by the Honorable Prime Minister of India on the 12th November itself.
Okay, sir. And sir, on the subsidy part, since I think so, we are only manufacturing urea. So we are seeing in other fertilizer companies also that there is a pile up of subsidy. That is, there is a delay in subsidy release. So can you quantify how is the delay in subsidy going to affect the performance for our this company going ahead?
Actually, देखिए RFCL बिल्कुल एक नई कंपनी है, तो RFCL के कोई बैलेंस शीट में तो ऐसा कोई पाइलअप है नहीं कि वो सब्सिडी के अकाउंट पे कोई पाइलअप है. तो अभी आप देखेंगे रिसेंटली बजट्स में गवर्नमेंट ने सब्सिडी का जो है अमाउंट भी बढ़ाया था. गवर्नमेंट ने अपनी तरफ से सब्सिडी का अमाउंट भी इसलिए बढ़ाया ताकि जो हमारी सब्सिडी का पाइलअप है वो क्लियर हो सके. सो फिलहाल फॉर द करंट फाइनेंशियल ईयर वी आर नॉट वरीड अबाउट द सब्सिडी पार्ट.
अच्छा सर, अगर हम अपने कोर बिजनेस पे निगाह डालें सर, तो अभी कैसा देख रहे हैं सर आप H2 प्लान होते हुए इन टर्म्स ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन and in terms of our margin profiles, especially for our main business, that is the consultancy and engineering project business, आप कैसा business outlook देख रहे हैं going ahead, sir?
Definitely, देखिए, we are earning 95% from our core sector, and this turnover from the core sector is from the domestic market as well as from the foreign market. And recently we have got our we have got PMC job from the new territory, that is Guyana. So we are expanding geographically also. So, and we are getting strength in Middle East region also. We are trying to get more business in that region. And recently we are trying to get in Saudi Arabia also. So we are focusing on the core strength. Definitely we are focusing, and we are expanding into new geography also. So we are very confident on the core sector, and we still maintain that we continue to earn good profit or good segment profit from the engineering consultancy segment.
Sir, going ahead for H2, sir, can you give any ballpark number? What kind of execution are we going to do in terms of the turnkey project and the consultancy business, or a business growth idea for H2? If we compare the last H2 with this year H2, what kind of growth can we anticipate?
Growth, we have already seen growth in our turnover. In the first half year, we have already turnover increase of more than 50%. And on the annual basis, we are also expecting growth in the annual turnover by 15%, and we are still targeting the profit of 340 crore, which was our last year figure also. So we are very hopeful to touch all these figures.
Okay, so last year we had a PAT of 343. This year also we are anticipating
This year we are also optimistic about that magic figure, and we are trying hard to achieve that figure, and we are sure we will achieve that figure.
Okay.
Because we are working with the change order, we are working with our clients for the change orders, and we are working with our clients for the new orders also. And we are very optimistic to achieve that.
Correct, sir. Sir, lastly, sir, taking into account the shareholder value creation idea, sir, how, sir, we can understand that there is lesser interest in EPC consultancy firms, and especially being backed by government also, having the sovereignty also, we are not getting the right valuations. We are having cash and bank balance in books. We are having a strong order book, good execution skills, good track record. But still, the capital market is not providing any, is not giving the right P ratio or the right valuation. So what are the other steps, sir, which the management can contemplate in terms of buyback or other ways by which you can increase your shareholder value, as that has remained depressed over a longer period of time, sir?
First of all, I must say we are already paying good dividend to our shareholders. And in the last 10 years, we have already paid around 950% dividend to our shareholders. In addition to that, recent buyback was done in the financial year 20 and 21. And in the current year, we are not targeting any kind of buyback share again. And
but dividend distribution, yes, sir.
By way of dividend, we are rewarding our shareholders already. So I don't think shareholder must be worried about the dividend in the Engineers India Limited. We have good track record of dividend in the company.
I'll come in the queue, sir. Thank you for the answers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from Mr. Priyesh. Priyesh, go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
Yes, Mr. Priyesh. कुणाल है ना? Mr. Kunal, check करेंगे आप? He is on the.
Sir, I'm checking. Priyesh.
Hanji.
Am I audible now, sir?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity. I just needed clarification regarding you have mentioned that we are expecting growth of 15% with a profitability of around 340 crores, which is based on the standalone level or consolidated, sir?
It is standalone basis.
Okay.
Mr. Kunal, please check the line.
Yeah, I think he is unaudible again. Priyesh, you are unaudible.
Can we go to next investor call? I think he is not on the line.
Yeah, I think. The next question is from Nimesh Maheshwari. Please unmute and ask your question.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Maheshwari.
Hello, sir. My question is related to order book. So we have seen a degrowth in a QOQ basis on consultancy as well as turnkey. So what is your view on that side?
Growth on the turnover part you are asking?
It's complete order book. So the numbers are like 4,793 crores, which gone to 4,599 crores. Cumulative order book.
Order book कहाँ से दी? Order book 8,599 no?
Yeah. So the split of consultancy, which I'm talking about.
Okay. Actually, yes, our consultancy order book was 4,029 crore on 31st March 2022, and it is reduced to 3,779 because some part of the order book we have executed in the first half, and we have got new orders also, and we are working with our clients for the new orders, and we hope that the order book will be strong at the end of financial year. And definitely our financial year order book will be strong.
Okay, so how much you are expecting?
So, in this order book, we are going to target around 4,000 to 4,000 crores as an order book, as the total order under this project, under this scenario, under this financial year. Out of which we consider that around 600 should be from the consultancy, and balance we will try from the EPC or LSTK basis. We are targeting various OB and OB projects and EPC projects. But primary focus is on the consultancy services, wherein we see around 1,600, and balance we'll try to achieve and secure through the OB, which we are pursuing with various clients.
So you are targeting around. So the currently it is the cumulative order book is 8,431 crores.
Yeah, he is saying that we are targeting new order to the tune of around 4,000 crore during the current fiscal. Out of that, around 1,516 crore from the consultancy segment and balance in the LSTK OB segment.
Okay, so 4,000 new addition.
Yeah, we are targeting that for during the current fiscal.
We are working towards this. Let's hope for the best. We meet it,
and so far we have received order of 515 crore.
No, around 800 crores.
800 crores.
Yesterday we have reached 886 crores. You know that a recent addition of Guyana job, which is a major job which we have received outside Indian territory. It is received yesterday only. Yesterday evening only it has been declared. So that's a major achievement, and now we'll be targeting more projects in that territory also.
Okay, so first half is the total new business secured is 565.
No, as of yesterday,
it is more than 800 crores.
No. For the first half, definitely whatever you are saying is correct. But as of date, we are saying that we have received order more than 800 crore. Out of that, around 250 crore in the EPC segment and balance in the consultancy segment.
That's it.
Got it, sir. Got it. Thank you so much. And the other question is related to our split of revenue. So, in the first quarter, we said our LSTK revenue is higher. That is the reason of, the fall in the profits. But in this quarter also, we have seen that the consulting revenue is a bit lower from even the previous quarter. So what is the reason why we are not getting the, consulting revenue higher side? And what is your view on that side?
Yeah, actually the major difference is on account of change order, because in the previous year, in the first half year, we were having change order to the tune of 60 crore, out of which 50 crore was attributable to the net profit. But in this financial year, we are finalizing our change order with the clients, and it is in the pipeline, and we are expecting to realize it soon. And whenever our change order realizes, it major portion will contribute to profit, since we have already incurred the expenditure. So this is the reason, because as you know, project industry is a cyclic industry, and there may be a fluctuation from the first quarter to second quarter, but we are on the annual basis, we are expecting to increase our to achieve our all the targets.
Sir, can you explain a little bit more why the consulting revenues are not catching up? Because if we can see that in the like FY20 the all numbers in all quarters are higher than 350. So what is the reason we are unable to catch up that?
Yeah, as Mr. Jindal told that normally we used to receive the change order during every quarter that range from 20 to 30 crore. So during the first half year of this financial year, we have not received any change order from our client, although we have submitted our change order that are under finalization. That's why there is no incremental revenue in comparison to the last financial year. So going forward, we are expecting that certain change order will materialize with our clients, and we expect to receive those change order, and that will straightway go into the turnover, and maximum portion will contribute to the profits. So as such, there is a incremental revenue is there, but due to non-receipt of change order, that is not showing in our results basically.
Got it, sir. So one more question on the guidance side. You are guiding about 300 to 350 crores of PAT. So is it on standalone side or console side?
Yeah, Mr. Jindal already told that is on the standalone basis.
Okay. And the RFCL JV, what we are expecting, is it profitable in the upcoming half year or some other stabilization issues will remain there?
No, all the stabilization issues has been already addressed, and the plant was under a planned shutdown in the month of September. So there is some loss in the second quarter. But this in the third quarter, this plant is already under operation and it is working at more than 80% capacity, and soon it will manufacture at the 100% capacity. And this plant is going to be dedicated to the nation by our Honorable Prime Minister on 12th November itself. So we are very hopeful about the profit in the third quarter itself.
So, sir, how much profit we are expecting from these all JVs and the Numaligarh refinery, the RFCL and other JVs? How much PAT we can expect in the next half year?
Okay, in the NRL project, we are getting dividend, and we have already received a dividend of about 35 crore from the Numaligarh refinery. And right now, we do not have any figure about the RFCL project. And so I cannot comment on the RFCL profitability at this moment, but because the plant is under operation, and I can assure you that this time there will not be a loss in the RFCL project.
Okay. I will come in queue. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Mr. Kunal.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you, Nimesh. Next question is from Ashwini Sharma. Ashwini, please unmute. Go ahead and ask your question.
Buddy. Bola. Yes, Mr. Ashwini.
Ashwini?
Yes, Mr. Ashwini.
Yeah, Ashwini? Ashwini, you are not audible.
You can go to the next one.
Priyesh? Please unmute and ask your question.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Priyesh.
Yeah, am I audible now, sir?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, the previous call was disconnected due to network issue. So, you just have mentioned that we are targeting around 40 billion of order inflow in financial 23. Can you explain what kind of order inflows are we getting in consultancy as well as in project segment? And also, what kind of order pipeline are we seeing in financial year 24 as well in consultancy and in EPC?
Hi, this is Vivek. I would like to take that answer. Gentlemen, you know that there are a number of since it's post-COVID. Pre-COVID, there were a lot of projects were on hold. Post-COVID, there are a lot of investments are coming, and government is also pushing a lot of investment. So we have been working on various projects which are there in the refining sector as well as in the petrochemical sector. Various petchem projects which we envisage in the course in this towards the end of this financial year or in the next financial year, wherein we would be targeting either PMC, EPCM services or the EPC services. So there are a lot of projects are lined up, and we have worked on also on those projects DFR. So we know that for sure that these projects are viable. So these are there, like some projects are there of the IOCL, some of the projects are there of the BORL, BPCL. ONGC has lined up future projects. There are a few private clients also setting up various petrochemical complexes. So we are all engaged with all these clients and focusing on those projects. So some of them will realize in this year, or some of them will go towards the next year. Means basically we are in some of the proposals we are in the process of negotiation also with them. So we see there are positive things ahead.
Mr. Priyesh, are you online?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes,
so
sir,
much
he is
for the
online.
same. Yeah, so can you quantify the order pipeline for the same that you just mentioned?
Order pipeline.
I mean,
You know that we are targeting around 4,000 crore from the overall business, out of which around 1,600 or 1,700 maybe from the consultancy, and balance will try from the OP, EPC. So that's the target right now we have kept. And we can always improve the situation as and when we get more jobs. We're working towards it. We are putting very strategically. We are trying to get we're working with the clients. And one of the successes in the new territory, we have recently been awarded a major assignment. And you must have heard about various petrochemical assignments have been awarded in the last year with us. So let's hope for the best. We are working towards it.
Thank you. The next question is from Amit Anwani. Amit, go ahead and ask your question.
For taking my question. My question is with regards to, green hydrogen. We have been talking about green hydrogen in past couple of quarters. And I think there was some pilot which was going on with one of the OMCs. So any development on the green hydrogen side, and your thoughts on EIL's investment strategy or capex on green hydrogen for next couple of years?
Mr. Amanpreet will reply this part.
So on the green hydrogen side, there are a couple of projects that we are already executing. And moving forward, we are undertaking a lot of studies with our clients, because there is guidelines for having a green hydrogen, percentage of green hydrogen in the process plants. So we are engaging with our clients to see that what major interventions that we can have together, both on the technology side and both on the business side, so that they can achieve their green hydrogen targets. So as you know that this is a very nascent phenomena, and we as a technology company are working not only with the clients but also with the technology providers across the globe. We are engaging with them so that we can have some discussions so that the technology can be implemented in our process plants. So on all these aspects, we are working very closely with our clients and the technology providers.
I would like to add on this, like right now we are already executing 3 or 4 assignments. One is with GAIL, wherein we are working on the feasibility of injection of the gas in the 5% or I think some percentage of the hydrogen in the existing gas network. One we are studying with respect to one of the area which is being done by NSIDC, studying that zone and studying the viability of the hydrogen projects in that zone. That study we have completed. Another is we are doing it for one of the client like Adani. It's for the private sector, wherein we are working on the study. Basically, it's a detail engineering and study as well as engineering for the transportation of hydrogen line. And we are in discussion with various clients on these kind of scenarios like green ammonia, green urea, transportation of the hydrogen, hydrogen plants, balance of plants of hydrogen. So on various proposals we are working, including the public sector clients also.
So would like to add, because this green hydrogen is at very nascent stage of development in the country. So we are, so the ecosystem has to be developed for the execution part. And as we are very deeply into this particular green hydrogen right from the start, we are expecting that whatever the opportunities that will be coming in this particular domain will be at a front runner to grab those opportunities.
Okay. So, sir, any thoughts like we will be doing green hydrogen EPC or manufacturing of products required for green hydrogen manufacturing, or we are going to do build, own, operate?
Yeah, actually, all these, actually, whatever we say that this is a very nascent, all these projects are in very nascent stage. Hardly any project has come in a big way, in a commercial way. So we will just get involved in the initial studies and acquaint ourselves with the technology, because this is a new area. Even technologies are limited, and the exposure to the technology is very important for execution of any other project. Means if we take any of the assignment as an EPC, you have to understand the complete know-how. Like in refinery, we know everything. But hydrogen is a new area. We are learning their technologies by way of getting involved in the initial studies, engaging with the licensors. So I think initially, maybe in this year, we will be focusing on the studies and the engineering services. In maybe next financial year, we will try and see that if something work comes and we are able to go for that, and how much risk we can absorb.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Amit. The next question is from Ashna. Ashna, please unmute and go ahead and ask your question.
Sir, you mentioned certain projects like from IOCL and ONGC where you are expecting certain orders to come in. So could you please talk a little bit more further as to what is the scope of work that we are looking at these orders, and also if you could share some potential size of the key major orders as to what are the large orders and what is the scope of work over there?
The scope of work primarily is either the PMC or EPCM services. These are mostly the hybrid projects, wherein some of the units are executed on the project management mode and some of the units are executed on EPCM mode. We have bidded those, and we are still waiting for the offers have been submitted, and let's see. Let's hope for the best that it will come to us. So some of them are in range of 4,600, 3,000, 5,000. Right now in these range. In course to come, and means towards the end of this financial year or in the next financial year, there would be larger projects we are expecting from all these oil companies, wherein the investment would be higher. And again, we will be first prima facie focusing on the PMC, EPCM, and maybe, and if it's found that suitable, we can also go for the EPC.
Okay. So what would be, as in for FY23, you mentioned an order intake of around 4,000 crores, and over next year or next 2 years, 24, 25, what would be that ballpark number?
Let's say this is around 4,000, then we can perceive that it could be in the range of 4,500 to 5,500. We will gradually improve, and we will keep on improving these figures. Let's say around 4,000 to, means 4,500 to 5,000 we can anticipate in the next year.
Mainly we are targeting of 5,000 crore in next 2 years, each year. On yearly basis, we are targeting around 5,000 crore addition in the order book.
Okay, sir. And sir, for FY23 in the execution terms, what would be the proportion of consultancy to EPC?
And I think it would be around 45% to 55%. 45% would be on account of consultancy job, and 55% turnover would be contributed by turnkey segment.
Okay. Sir, any further details you want to give about the Guana project that we've done day before yesterday in terms of margin profile, that being an export order? So where would be the margins lying relate in terms to our domestic consultancy order?
Yeah, margin will be in the line of the domestic consultancy, rather more than the domestic consultancy. So there will be good margin in that particular project.
And sir, in our target, maybe for FY23 or 24, either you can give what is the export like orders like the one we got from Guyana that we are targeting.
Yeah, we are targeting few orders, but right now we cannot disclose what will be the percentage and what will be the quantum of those orders.
Okay. And sir, one last question from my side. The Barmer refinery currently around what we were reading, around 55% of the ordering has been done. So in addition to the large 4,000 crore kind of an EPC order that we are already executing, are we expecting any follow-on order from that?
HRL, in case of HRL, I think we are working on some of the change orders. We are expecting something in the next financial year. We cannot tell you the value right now, but we are working towards that. There is some change order we are envisaging. A good value would be there.
Yeah, this is a very big refinery, so change order will be materialized over a period of time. So going forward, maybe next financial year or 24, 25, we may get some change order to that account. But it's a very big refinery, so the settlement of change order also will take time.
Okay, and that would be largely on the EPC mode.
No, it can be both. Basically, we are doing the PMC as well as the EPC, so change order can be on the both accounts.
In the Badme refinery, we are working under both methods. We are working as EPCM and we are working as a turnkey contractor also. And we are expecting change order in the both segments.
Okay.
As
Got
I
it,
told
sir.
earlier, we are closely working with our clients for the change orders, and Badme refinery is one of them.
Okay, sir. And sir, any update on the Ratnagiri refinery project? Is it being revived or any update on that?
It is still in the process. Unless we get a concrete information, we cannot say anything because our teams are working on the EIS. They have been changing location number of times. So nobody can really say that by when it will come.
Sure, sir. Thanks a lot. That's it from my side.
Okay.
Thank you, Ashu. Sir, I have a question. My question is pertaining to the 5,000 crore top line that we were targeting over the next 1 or 2 years. So, just wanted to get your views on are we on track to achieve that? And also, if you can speak about the non-oil and gas, initiatives that we are taking, and what is the share of non-oil and gas initiatives that we target over the next 2-3 years?
Going on the 5,000 crore, we are working towards it. Mostly it would be like what we see is refinery sector is still going to prevail. The demand is going to increase, and we anticipate there's a lot of demand in refinery, as well as most of the refineries are going towards the petrochemical. So we are working on list of the projects, which mostly all the refineries and petrochemicals have thought about the going to petrochemicals. So those projects are already lined up. Because in most of the projects we have worked on the DFRs also, so we can see that there is a probability that these projects would come. May not be this year, towards the end of this year or next year. So those projects are there and those have been accounted for calculating this 5,000 crore. Going towards the other sectors, it's always been traditionally we have been getting around 15 to 20% from the other sectors. In the other sectors, you know that we are working in the sunrise sectors, and one is hydrogen. I've told you we have started getting the jobs. We have worked in coal gasification. Recently, we have been awarded one assignment from Naveli Lignite Corporation for coal gasification project for pre-project activities. Similarly, from the coal field, Coal India, we have received one of the assignments. So we are also working towards the coal gasification. Then next is we are also going towards the waste to ethanol and waste to ethanol projects in steel sector. Also, we are engaged. We are getting engaged with a few of the clients and trying to explore that possibility that we can get into that segment. So these are the new segments wherein we are there. Apart from that, we know that we are already there in the infrastructure. In infrastructure, we are working on various data center projects, and we are anticipating various data center projects in the next financial year. There is one project with respect to international market development in Haryana. There is a project from horticulture. There is a SBI data center. A lot of projects of this sort are there. Various institutional building projects wherein we have worked earlier are going for the phase 2 of their expansions on addition of the hostels and those cities. We are also targeting those projects. We have been into airport. Last year we have been awarded the airport in the study for the airport in Noida, Greater Noida. Similarly, using that as a leverage for we are targeting for the other similar kind of projects in the future. Sure, sir. Thank you. We have one more question from Mr. Deepak. Deepak, please unmute and ask your question.
Deepak? Hello, Deepak. You're not
Hello.
audible.
Hello.
Yeah, Deepak, please go ahead.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir, I have couple of questions regarding your execution. First of all, sir, I just wanted to know the quantum of this change order, what you mentioned. Is it somewhere around 60 crores, you said?
Change order. Yeah, that was in the last financial year. Rather last half year of last financial year. Yeah, that we received during the half year ended September 21.
So that change order. So this year, how much of the change order you are expected to receive?
देखिए चेन ऑर्डर हमने ऑलरेडी अपने क्लाइंट को सबमिट किए हुए हैं. अनलेस अंटिल इट इज फाइनलाइज्ड बाय द क्लाइंट वी कैन नॉट डिस्क्लोज because we are not also sure how much client will pass. Definitely our figure is bigger than 60 crore, but I cannot assure you what kind of figure it will be finally.
अच्छा, it's bigger than 60 crores, but आप expect कर रहे हैं कि 60 crores के आसपास होना चाहिए.
No, I'm not saying boss like this. I have said 60 figure of 60 crore was in the first half year of the financial year 21-22. आपको मैंने 60 करोड़ की फिगर दी थी फाइनेंशियल ईयर 21-22 के फर्स्ट हाफ ईयर के लिए कि आवर प्रॉफिट्स वर हायर बिकॉज ऑफ चेंज ऑर्डर टू द ट्यून ऑफ 60 करोड़. बट दिस फिगर आई हैव नॉट कोटेड फॉर दिस ईयर. And for this year, we are closely working with our client for our change orders, and I cannot commit any figure because our change orders are under process, and I cannot comment on behalf of client how much they will pass.
Okay. And sir, regarding your execution in PMC, what I see that from FY14, bottom of 1500 crores of order book, your PMC order book has successively increased and it has reached to somewhere around 5000 crores now. But your revenues are not picking up in that way. Like your revenue in that year of FY14 was somewhere around 1200 crores. And it has reached to only about somewhere around 1400 to 1450 crores. So actually execution in PMC is coming down. So is there any fundamental reason behind that?
No, there is no fundamental reason for that. Basically, these are long gestation projects with the project schedule of 3 to 4 years. So whatever is the order book that is executed over a period of 3 to 4 years. In that also during the first year, the execution is between 5 to 7%. In the second and third year, the maximum execution takes place. And in the fourth year, the balance is being executed. So if you consider my order book of 4,500 crore, so that will be executed over a period of 3.5 years or 4 years. So taking that into consideration that our order book is around 4,600 as of date, so that will be executed on a period of around 3.5 years to 4 years. So taking that into consideration, our revenue is in line with the whatever is the period for that particular project. So going forward with the increase in the order intake, definitely our order book will improve and the revenue will also improve.
Okay. And sir, in your LSTK, your margin has also structurally come down. Like it used to be somewhere around 10-12%, and it has come down to like 2-3% now. So going forward, also will it reverse to an extent, or it will be in this range only 2-3%?
Yeah, the margin is expected to taking into consideration the nature of the jobs what we are doing as of now. Basically, these are offsite and utility project. So where and these are the cost plus project. We are not taking any risk in case there is an increase in the plant and machinery or subcontract cost. That will be passed on to the basically clients. So our margins and risk are protected. So taking that into consideration, we are expecting the margin in the tune of 3 to 4% only. But in case after the completion of the project, in case any warranty guarantee, we are also making provision for the warranty guarantee. In case warranty guarantee does not comes, then the margin will improve in that particular quarter or that particular financial year. Going forward, we are expecting based on the current order book, the margin shall be in the range of 3 to 4% only. But in the completion of that project, when the defect liability period will be over, we may get extra margin.
Okay, and one last question, sir. In this PMC, like first half margin was somewhere around 18 to 19%, but I believe it is because of some cost increase in some projects which you are saying that you have claimed to the customer. So uh, in the second half, we can expect that margin in the PMC will normalize to somewhere around 28%.
Yeah, we cannot
For the
say
year.
we cannot say the percentage. Actually, we will definitely try to improve that in case certain change orders are materialized. That will contribute substantially to the profitability and the turnover of the company. We are already taken up with the clients for the change order that are under finalization. If those change orders are finalized during the next half year, definitely there will be improvement in the margin as well as the turnover will improve in comparison to the first half.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. The next question is from Ashna. Ashna, go ahead and ask your question.
Sir, thank you for the opportunity again. Sir, I just wanted to understand what is the addressable market for coal gasification today that is there in India. So currently we are executing a consultancy project with Maybelline. So apart from Maybelline, who are the other players that today are investing in the same space?
Ma'am, you must have heard about the recent MOUs between the Coal India and Indian Oil, GAIL, BHEL, as well as NLC and BHEL. All of them are going for these coal gasification projects. Apart from that, JSPL is also going for the coal gasification. So in these, we see, as per the information, the surface coal gasification would have an investment of somewhere around 35,000 crores in the due course. And ministries are also pushing towards this, and various studies have been done on this. So we see a good chances that many of these projects could realize.
And so this 35,000 crore is over a period of what?
It would be next 4-5 years, 6 years, and the project is installed.
Okay, sir. And sir, if you could also speak about the waste to ethanol on this.
These are basically the initial stages.
In terms of addressable.
We are trying to engage with some of these companies with respect to this, and initially we had done few DFRs also. We are just trying to see that whether it can be implemented in some of the steel plants. So we are trying to engage with one of the licensors and then trying to get in touch with the steel companies. We're working towards it. We have not got successful in this, but we are working towards it. So we are hopeful that we might be successful in due course.
Got it, sir. Okay, so that. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, hello.
Yes, Ashna.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sir. Addressable market. If you could speak about for waste to ethanol, or that's in an initial stage.
That's in the initial stage. Let's not take the names of the companies. We'll let you know in due course if something happens.
Okay, sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ashna. Nimish, go ahead and ask your question, please.
Thanks again for the opportunity. I just want a view on the EBITDA margin. Can you hear me?
Yeah, EBITDA margin, we have already told that going forward in the next half year, we are going to improve the margins in comparison to the whatever we have achieved in the first half, taking into consideration the better execution as well as the change order which are being pending with the work. So taking that into consideration, we expect to improve the EBITDA in the next half.
And one more thing, I just want to ask, in the P&L, there is a construction material. What does it include, and why there is an increase in this quarter? Because if we can see in the previous year second quarter, that is only 47, and it increased to 164 crore. So I just want to understand what is the construction material includes and why it is increased.
Yeah, basically it is dependent on the turnkey turnover. It's a part of the cost of the turnkey segment. In case there is an increase in the turnover in the EPC segment, the corresponding cost will also increase. You can see the last financial year, the EPC turnover as well as the EPC cost. So with the increase in the turnover in the EPC segment, means turnkey segment, there will be increase in the cost. That is directly proportional to the increase in the turnover for the EPC segment.
But I think in the last call you said about technical assistance is the key relation.
You have to take into consideration both the component. One is the subcontracting, other is the construction material. Technical assistance oblique subcontract plus construction material equipment. These two costs are directly proportional to the EPC turnover. In 1 year, one may be less, other will be more, depending on the cycle of the execution of that particular project.
Got it. Okay. Is there any doubtful debts, and is there any provision in this quarter?
Yeah, definitely there are provision as per the Ind AS. We are making the provision depending upon the basically the period of the outstanding of the debts. Those provisions are made as per the Ind AS and are reviewed at the every quarter. During the current quarter also, we are having a provision of around 2 to 3 crore. Not a material in comparison to the last financial year. You just see our debt position, that is almost as of 31st March 22, whatever the debt. Right now also we are having the same debt. So the provision is far less in comparison to the last quarter for the doubtful debt. But that is a very scientific way. In accordance with that, we are making the provisions.
Got it. Is there any other investment opportunity which company is thinking, because we have a lot of cash in our balance sheet? So is there any opportunity which which are in the discussion?
See, we are looking on couple of opportunities, but this is not the right time where we can disclose this. There are a few things that are going on, but it has not reached that stage where it can be declared.
Okay, so is it related to government projects or any other projects?
It's both.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Mr. Kunal.
Yeah, we have sir last question from Ashna. Ashna, go ahead and ask your question. I think she has moved out of the question queue. So we don't have any further questions, sir.
Okay.
Sir, would you like to give any closing comments?
नहीं पहले आप क्वेश्चन पूछिए जो भी है.
Okay, आप क्वेश्चन.
नहीं सर, अभी और कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है क्यू में सर.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kunal, and we are very sure we will achieve our targeted figure for in the balance half year, and we will achieve our target.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much and best of luck, sir.
Okay, thank you, Kunal. Thank you. So nice of you.